My message today are for those who have suffered with rejection. What if I tell you rejection oftentimes is a blessing, it's a gift from the universe? Because oftentimes I see people, all going one direction without asking questions, without asking, why are we going this way? Or they've, many people are actually been programmed to be a sheep. And once you've been rejected, there got to be some light in you, some kind of thing that makes society, that makes other people scared. But oftentimes, growing up, you're not just gonna be aware that your rejection. Maybe you're growing up in school. Your peer group for some reason bullies you, and you ask, what is it about me that makes these people do this to me? I never did anything wrong to these people. Why am I being bullied? Why is this happening to me oftentimes? Or maybe, you finally grow up, you're in a relationship and you just can't understand why your spouse can't understand you or can't respect you for who you are. Oftentimes, one relationship to another, you just never actually are able to actually connect with people. What if I tell you it's a blessing from the universe? It can be a curse as well, because we all human. We all are seeking connection. We all are seeking, every man, every woman want to be loved, because love is the greatest thing that could ever happen to any human. And once you find that right person, you will understand what I'm saying. But at the same time, I believe when you've been rejected oftentimes over and over again, there's something about you. I'll say in this world, there are two people. There are leaders and there are followers. Now, being a leader, oftentimes, that is why you're being rejected. You're not meant to actually follow what everyone else is doing. You're meant to actually create your own life. You're meant to actually create, what makes you happy. Now, being a follower, you can actually follow the bad people and just go wherever, or you can be a follower and follow the right people that actually inspire and actually uplift your spirit. And from there, you can actually figure out who you really are as well. But, to us, human, rejection has always been a cause. You always want to ask yourself, why is this happening to me? Why is that? Why is that? But what if I tell you it is always a blessing from God? Because oftentimes, I believe God knows it all. He sees through us all. And when what we call as a curse, oftentimes it's a blessing from God. It's just going to take you time. When I say time, it got to be a long time for you to realize the gift. Because the world is so much in distraction right now, where everything is just in distraction, everything. So it's going to take a lot of time, or it's going to take a long time for you to actually discover your gift. And I'm just going to break it down. You face rejection oftentimes. I'll first off by saying life is a mirror. Whenever you face rejection, I just want you to know that this life, it's a mirror. It's not about you. When people reject you, maybe peer group rejects you, your family who are supposed to love and embrace you, for some reason they reject you as well. For some, maybe like your spouse as well, your relationship, you oftentimes, wherever you go, you oftentimes see people reject you, turn you down. I tell you this, life is a mirror. This is because there's something about you that, irritates the other people. There's something about you, or maybe there's a light in you that other people see, and it's either it scares them off, or there's like, they kind of like envy of what you have. And instead of asking question, one thing about me, my mom have always told me growing up, I've always asked question. Sometimes she told me she don't even answer my question. She just like tell me she don't know. And till date, one thing I've always asked is questions. I believe there's no one that is an island. We all have our gift, and we all are here to actually share this gift within each other, so we could actually expand and grow. So life is a mirror. When people oftentimes envy you, instead of asking questions, they envy you or they're jealous of what you have going on. And I will tell you this, people who are doing better than you will never talk down at you. Instead, they want to pull you up to actually, do something better for yourself. And it's oftentimes people who ain't doing better than you, people who refuse to work on themselves are the one oftentimes want to talk bad about you. And when I tell you, when people talk about you, I believe words are words that we speak are spellings. And when people talk bad about you, it's because that is how they think. That is how they are able to program themselves more about negative. And we all human, we all have our good and dark side. We all have the positive and negative. But the main goal is for us to actually be more of on the positive side, have more of good habits, more of speaking positive. Because whatever you speak internally, that is what is going to reflect outside. So when you speak something blessing about other people, that is what is going to reflect back to you. So when people actually say bad things about you, it's not about you, it's about the way they've programmed their mind, the way they have like limiting beliefs. And this is where you with the light, you with the God's gifts, you that is being rejected. This is where you always get it gone, by letting other people opinions actually get to you. You let this person say, he or she say, and you go back home and you think about it over and over, and you just let it drain your own light. One thing that we always tell you, whatever people say, sometimes you don't even need to be crowded with a lot of people, especially when you're being rejected. People that are oftentimes rejected, I believe they have higher calling. They are oftentimes being alone, the lone people all the time. So do not let people's opinion to affect you. I've said it before, we all are connected. We all need, some kind of love and everything. But at the same time, when you're being rejected and people talk down about you, do not let that to sink into your own head. You have something positive, a good energy going in you. You don't let bad energy to come close to actually affect what you have going on for yourself. So life is a mirror. If you're watching this video, know when people talk bad about you, it's never about you at all. It's about who they really are. Because word itself is a spelling. That is what they say about themselves. And definitely that is what they're going to become. So you as a person with the light, with the gift, that have this power, all you have to do is just to know who you are. Practice more of self-love so you don't let other people, or you don't let the idea of like you seeking for love, seeking for a partner, seeking a relationship affect what you have. Because it's a crazy world. I don't care how much light you have. If you surround yourself with negative people, or you let other negative people surround you, oftentimes your light is going to be dim for sure. I know this. So you oftentimes want to, if people talk bad about you, never actually take it as an offense. Instead, you just walk away and never even see that person again, because you don't want to give people too many chances of them, talking bad about you, because we all are humans as well. And two, I would say, there's this quote I was listening to the other day. It really explained today's video. It says fear. And it tells me that fear has two meanings. It's either you face everything and rise, or you forget everything and run. And I will tell you, in my own understanding, I believe fear only have one meaning. It's either you face everything and rise, because there's no how you could forget everything and run. I'll say this world is always 360. It's always going back and forth until you face whatever it is, that rejection, until you face it and you go to your darker side and actually understand what these energies are all about. Why are people talking down on me? Why are people rejecting? Wherever I go, I oftentimes face rejection. Until you go to that, your deepest side, or your darkest side. We all have good and dark side. Until you go to that dark side to really understand your energy, to master your energy, to control your emotions, to actually direct and redirect what you're actually doing in life, I believe is always going to be a 360. You cannot forget it. You can't forget all the old pain. You can actually transform the pain into fuel, but you can never forget the pain. You can never forget the rejection. So I don't believe fear has two meanings. I believe it's only one meaning, and the only meaning to me is to face everything and rise. Because forget everything now. You can never forget the old pain. You can never forget the old rejection, what people said about you, but you can use it as a fuel to actually rise. And running, I believe there's nowhere you can run to in this world. If there's something unique about you, there's nowhere you can run into this world. You will always face people that will reject you. You will always face people that will talk down on you. So the only option here is to face everything and rise. And if you're watching this video, I believe this should be a wake-up call, especially if you're oftentimes being rejected, maybe by family, by, friends, by spouse, if you're being oftentimes rejected. And oftentimes rejection, I believe, started at a young age, especially those with a divine power. They've always start this rejection from a young phase of their life until they actually grow up to discover what it is about them. So until you really master your energy and able to redirect and control your thoughts to know who you really are, I believe it's always going to be life of 360.